welcome back to the playthrough of Middle-earth Quest. We are beginning Eleanor, turn 5, and she is in a world of trouble. So the first thing we do on the hero turn, of course, is we have a rest step. Well, unfortunately, she's sitting here in Mount Doom with a monster token and the ring wraiths. And so you cannot rest if you're in a perilous location, which would be one of the shadow strongholds, if you're in a space with a monster token, or if you're in a space with a minion. So she can doubly not rest, which is bad for her. We'll go over to her play area, gather up her cards, and see what her options are. And of course, we'll gather up the cards and then we'll get to what's going to happen. Okay, so here we are with Eleanor. She has no life pool, of course. We knew that from the end of Sauron's turn. She only has 5 cards, so we're going to collect all 5. And we're going to head back to the main game area. And of course, the next thing up in the hero's step is the ambush step, and that will take place next. So let's go back to the main board and get to Eleanor being ambushed. Boy, she's having not much luck getting out of Mordor. Alright, so here's Eleanor, ring race, monster token. She has 5 cards with which to do battle, and not going to probably do a whole lot for her. If we look at her cards here, she can only do a total of 2 damage. Yeah, well, maybe with concentrate. However, that's all she has. If she loses hit points or she takes damage, she's going to lose cards from her hand because she no longer has a life pool. Alright, so Sauron gets the choice. He can either ambush her with a monster token or with the ring wraiths. And being the nice guy that Sauron is, he's going to use the ring wraiths. So I'm going to set up a little combat area here, and we're going to get to that battle. Alright, so I've set up the little battlefield here. I have to remember, of course, the miniatures are on Mount Doom and not put them back in the wrong place, so like I did on Eleanor's turn of the past. Let's take a look here at the ring race statistics. You can kind of see them here. It might be a little bit small. They have a fortitude of 8. They have a strength of 8. And they have 9 hit points. Alright, and they are going to be drawing from this deck. And this deck, of course, 60% melee, 40% ranged. And so having a fortitude of 8, they get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards as their deck to be used for this battle. And of course, as we know, Eleanor has 5 cards only. Alright, just gonna organize Sauron, see what he's going to do, and we'll be right back and we'll fight this battle. Alright, Sauron has organized his cards for the battle, and of course they go face down. I guess I'll put them over there. We have to decide now what Eleanor is going to do on this first attack. If I put a place arranged, probably not going to happen. I think she's going to go ahead and play Anticipate. And Anticipate says, next round your opponent must play his combat card first and must place it face up. So she's going to play Anticipate and see what happens. So what did Sauron play for his ring race? He played Charge. And Charge says cancel your opponent's ranged attack. So Sauron was hoping Eleanor would play a ranged card because she's 60% range, 40% melee. However, she didn't. And next round is your opponent must play his combat card first and must place it face up. So what's going to happen is the ring wraiths do 2 damage to Eleanor, but she blocks 1 of them. She takes 1 damage. Which is unfortunate because this is all she has. She has no life pool, so she has to discard a card from her hand. She'll discard, I guess, 1 of her hide cards. That goes into her damage pool, leaving her only 3 cards. And so she does 1 damage to the ring wraiths because they have no defense. So what we do for that is we take a damage token and we're going to put it on the ring wraith. So now they have 1 damage of 9. Alright, next round. Next round, of course, the ring wraiths must play their card face up, and they're going to slightly alter what they are doing. They're going to go ahead and they're going to play Concentrate. And Concentrate is a 0 attack, 0 defense, and it says next round gain +2 attack and +2 defense. So they're getting ready for the big blow. And with that played, Eleanor is going to play Ranged Strike. I mean, it gives her 1 attack, gain +2 attack if your opponent plays a ranged card. So she goes ahead and plays that. Now that only takes her to a strength of 3. And then I forgot her, we should have looked at her stats. Her strength is 6, her agility is 2. So she can play a total of 8 strength worth of cards. She only has 4 strength of cards in her hand, so that's not going to crop up. All right, so looking at the damage, the Ring Wraiths do absolutely nothing to Eleanor. Eleanor, however, does 3 damage to the Ring Wraiths. Nice job, Eleanor. So she's going down swinging. So that's going to add a 3 damage token. The Ring Wraiths are up to 4 damage of 9. However, Eleanor a little bit of trouble here. The Ring Wraiths now, next round, gain +2 attack and +2 defense. So, wow, this may just be it. All right. So, the Ring Wraiths playing this. And Eleanor, wow, what is she going to do? She's going to go ahead and play Hide. It gives her next round gain +2 defense if you play a ranged card, and it gives her 2 defense right now, but I think she's in a bit of trouble. And the Ring Wraiths play Eviscerate. It's a 2 attack. It says if you deal at least 1 damage this round, deal 2 additional damage. Well, the Ring Wraiths are blocked by the 2 shields of Eleanor. They do not do... if you deal at least 1 damage this round, deal 2 damage additional. So they didn't do any damage because the 2 is blocked by Eleanor. And next round, Eleanor gains 2 defense if she plays a ranged card. Well, we know she has a 1 ranged card left. So that was a good maneuver by Eleanor. The Ring Wraiths are up to playing cards that were 3 strength. Eleanor, of course, 4. We are on to the next... attack. And so the Ring Wraiths play their card. Eleanor, kind of having no choice, must play Concentrate, which says next round gain +2 attack, +2 defense. Well, she's not going to have a next round because she is playing her very last card, which means she's exhausted. The Ring Wraiths are playing Aimed Shot. Gain +3 attack if your opponent's card matches the type he played last round. Well, indeed it did, ranged and ranged. Eleanor's no defense. The Ring Wraiths hammer her to the ground, dealing 6 points of damage. Eleanor has nothing in her hand, no life pool. Eleanor is soundly defeated, but it took Sauron a long time and the Ring Wraiths to take her down. And of course, the Ring Wraiths only spent 3, 4, 5, 6 strength out of 8, so well within the ability. All right, Eleanor defeated. So what happens? I will zoom out here and we will get to the consequences of a defeat. Now, the Ring Wraiths have a wisdom of 0, so there will be no influence tokens added to the board because Eleanor did not defeat them. But let's back out and we'll explain what happens when a hero is defeated. Okay, so here we have Eleanor defeated in Mount Doom with the Ring Wraiths, of course, gloating over her battered body. The first thing we do is, when a hero is defeated, is we advance the leftmost story marker of Sauron's 2 spaces to the right. So let's go up here, and let me just read that. Leftmost story marker is advanced 1 space to the right. However, Eleanor has a corruption card which says Despondent. And it says when you rest or are defeated, which she is, the leftmost Sauron victory marker is advanced 2 spaces instead of 1. So what's going to happen here is the red token, which is the farthest to the left, is going to advance ahead 2 spaces instead of 1. The next thing that happens when a hero is defeated is their battered body is picked up, I guess, by friends and transported to the nearest haven. Well, the nearest haven, of course, is Minas Tirith. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. I don't think Lothlorien, 1, 2, 3, 4. Lothlorien's 5 spaces away. 2, 3. Actually, Edoras is 5 spaces or 4 spaces away. I believe the hero gets the choice. She may want to revive herself in Edoras. And I think she's going to do that. She gets the choice. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away, or 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3. Yes, so she has the choice of Edoras or Minas Tirith. So, oh, I'm sorry, Sauron decides which haven the heroes move to. Sorry, Eleanor, you don't get to choose. I just read the rule here. Sauron chooses, and he says, no, you're going to be stuck close to my minions in Minas Tirith. All right, and now the next thing that happens is the recover. The hero shuffles all cards from his rest pool and damage pool into his life pool, and then the hero's turn immediately ends and play proceeds to the next player. All right, so we're going to go over to Ellen's card area. So she's basically ended her turn. I'll stand her back up. She is in Minas Tirith. She's being tended to, but this is the end of her turn. So let's go over, shuffle all of her cards together, and that will be the end of her turn. And I'm sorry, I did skip over one of the defeated hero steps, and that's lose favor or an item card. Well, Eleanor has no items. You can have a horse, an elven cloak, or a boat. She does not have any of them, so she must lose one favor token. She has 6, so she's going to lose one, taking her down to 5. Sorry, I skipped that. So just to go over quickly, you advance Sauron's story marker, you lose a favor or an item card, and then you move Sauron gets to choose which haven or the closest if there's a tie, and then we're going to recover. So let's go over and shuffle all of her cards, and that will then be the end of Eleanor's turn. Sorry, I skipped that step. Cleared up now. Let's go over to her player area. So here we are at Eleanor's area. She's got 5 favor tokens left. Now we take her damage pool, we take her rest pool, and we shuffle them all together. And that is going to be the end of Eleanor's turn. So nothing else happens. She doesn't get an encounter, just nothing. When she is defeated by a monster or minion, or when a hero is defeated by a monster or minion, you follow the steps that we outlined, and at the end of that, the hero's turn is immediately finished. So the shuffled life pool goes back, and that is the end of Eleanor's turn. So up next, of course, we're going to have Argalad. We'll see if he can do anything. He seemed to be fairly ineffective this game, but I think he's gearing up for something great. At least we can hope. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time for Argalad turn 5, and we'll see if he can put the thumb screws on Sauron, or maybe he'll just wander the land doing not much again. All right, thanks for watching.